I'm Steve Morgan, founder of Cybersecurity Ventures and editor-in-chief at Cybercrime magazine. I'm here today with Sumant Sehgal, founder and CEO at BreachLock, developers of a world-class award-winning penetration testing as a service platform. To learn more about our sponsor, BreachLock, visit breachlock.com. Sumant, welcome. Great to have you back with us again.
Thank you. Great to be here, Steve.
So we've talked about this before. We're going to talk about it today, and I suspect, unfortunately, we'll be talking about this in a year from now. The topic is ransomware. It's the fastest growing type of cybercrime. We keep thinking it's going to slow down. It doesn't. It's changed a lot. It's no longer just holding data hostage in hopes of a ransom payment. Talk to us, Sumant, about extortion, ransomware as a service, any new gang strains, whatever it is you're seeing.
Ransomware is a thing to deal with. And in terms of the new stains, we have seen Lockbit and hearing a lot about a new one that's Royal, and it's doing a royal job at what it does. So we've heard a lot of complaints from our clients that are affected by it and are dealing with the crisis. And, it has grown into a real menace. So to say, ransomware as a service, just for about $40, you could go on the dark web and become an affiliate and launch a ransomware attack on a target with a very intuitive GUI. So you don't need any programming skills for that. And that's really taken a toll on the industry because now people can impact businesses at scale. However, if you look at it from an expert perspective or an ethical hacker's perspective, it's actually a complete hack, right? There's an infection. There is escalation of privileges, there is lateral movement, there's exfiltration of data. And to your point, Steve, what I see is it's a double extortion method now. What that means is not only they would encrypt your data, but they would also take your data, right? So either ways, they will hold you to the ransom, as they say, because if they can't encrypt it, they will certainly tell you that they're going to upload it to Pastebin or a public source, and then you have a reputational risk.
Sumant, we have a lot of CISOs who tune in, Fortune 500, Global 2000, mid-market enterprises. I think most of them have a fairly good, or at least a generalized understanding of penetration testing, why they should be doing that, the idea around protecting themselves insofar as vulnerabilities and exploits. But what about ransomware in particular? I mean, with ransomware, you don't know what's coming. You don't know what that next gang or strain looks like. So talk to us about penetration testing in the context of ransomware.
Absolutely. And Steve, the pen testing term or penetration testing is always, sometimes it's misused, sometimes it's used well. But just to set the scope of this answer, pen testing is something that's very system focused, right? And when you have an attack like ransomware, the ransomware is not up against a system, it's up against an ecosystem. When you test an ecosystem, we call that in our industry as a red teaming exercise, because now you have people, process, and technology combined as an ecosystem, and then somebody's coming after you, right? So to your point, it's extremely important to prepare for an attack like ransomware proactively, and it's not very different than the normal kill chain phases that you hear about. So like I said, there is going to be an entry point, be it phishing, a vulnerability, or you lost access credentials. So somebody comes in, there's going to be an infection. So your endpoint security is going to be put to test, right? So awareness of employees, endpoint security, somebody gets a foothold, they're going to move on from there. So that's where your lateral movement is coming in, right? So that's where your layered defense is coming in. And then they exfiltrate the data, which means now your security monitoring controls, your perimeter security, all of that is going to be your DLP, all of that is going to be put to test, right? So red teaming is the answer to that question. You have to look at your organization as an ecosystem where you've got people, process, and technology, and then look at it from a hacker's perspective, right? And that's what we do in red teaming exercises.
Appreciate the feedback and insights. I know the CISOs do as well. Sumant, we'll be putting out our next ransomware report next quarter and hope to have you come back on and talk some more.
Excellent.
I'm Steve Morgan, founder of Cybersecurity Ventures and editor-in-chief at Cybercrime magazine. Joining us today was Sumant Sehgal, founder and CEO at BreachLock, developers of a world-class award-winning penetration testing as a service platform. To learn more about our sponsor BreachLock, visit breachlock.com. You can follow all of our media at cybercrimemagazine.com.